All right, hello wine drinking people. Today is Friday, March 25th, getting ready to take down a bunch of Amarone with Armando Fuminelli tonight here at the store. But hey, that event's sold out. There's no use in talking about it. And I'm just flying back in from Utah. I'm probably in a plane right now on my way back. But hey, we still got wine to sell here at the Wine Watch. And what I'm hawking today is another great value from Spain. That's right, folks. Spain, once known as the sleeping giant, well, hey, it has awakened. We've got some incredible values from this land where they've got a vast source of old vines that pretty much have been untampered with. So these vineyards, these old vine vineyards, these farmers have been farming for 100 years in some cases, passed down generation to generation, have been sold off to co-ops. These are large companies that make wine in that region. And you know, these small farmers don't have the ability to grow, market, and sell their wines. So you know what? Small importers that have been traveling to Spain over the last couple decades have realized this. They've approached vineyards, the ones that are smart enough to recognize the great vineyard sites, and said, hey, we can help you make great wines. Well, that's not the case with this wine. This wine is one of the pioneers of Spain, Ribera del Duero, Alejandro Fernandez. This is his third property, and it's located in Castilla León region of Spain. And, you know, my first trip to Spain was 1994. They only had like 40 DOs. Today, there are 70 DOs in Spain, Denomination Origin, and that is similar to the AOC in France and the DOC, DOCG in Italy. So these are areas that are defined, geographic areas, because of the wines that they produce. So Alejandro Fernandez, as I mentioned before, one of the pioneers in Ribera del Duero. His Bodegas Pesquera has been around since 1972, and Alejandro does not speak English very good. And we've had him in to do several events. And he is such a passionate man. You know, passion is a language that kind of transcends all boundaries. And by the end of the night at our last dinner in the back room at Cafe Max, he had everybody singing in Spanish. So an incredibly fun guy to hang out with. And as I mentioned before, this is his third property. He's got Condado de Dehesa, also Ribera del Duero, and this property, which is his most recent thing that he's acquired, 800 hectares, 8,800 hectares of varied lands on the banks of the River Gurna, and the property was formerly dedicated to bullfighting, something they do in Spain that's rather entertaining to some people, until Alejandro decided he wanted to refurbish this property and dedicate it once again to its original purpose of making wine. Well, the 2004 vintage, I couldn't believe it when Jeff stopped by with this wine from Transatlantic. This is a phenomenal vintage in the middle part of Spain, where Castilla León is, just very close to Ribera del Duero. And you don't see many 2004 still being released. This wine got 92 points from the Wine Advocate. It's $14.50. As I mentioned before, some of the greatest values you'll find in Europe and the world today coming out of Spain. This wine's got a thick aroma of black cherries, wild strawberry fruit with a hint of fresh flowers and raw steak, one of the things you get from Tempranillo, which this wine is 100% Tempranillo, kind of clay-like minerality here as well. Nice and plump on the palate with some of that ripe strawberry and cherry fruit showing through, fine tannins and a long finish, wonderful freshness. And these wines tend to have a little bit of that raw meat, kind of steaky, sauvage quality to them as well, but a beautiful wine for $14.50. Are you kidding me? All right, well, Spain, as I mentioned before, pretty diverse, and you know, this area is one of the newer regions here. It's not fully a DO yet, but Castilla León, which was what this area was formerly known as, one of the 17 autonomous communities of Spain. It was constructed from the historical regions of the old Castile and León, and first recognized as a region in 1978, and then as an autonomous community in 1983. So things changing very rapidly in Spain. If you want to check out what's going on, you really have to pay attention to the areas that are becoming DOs today, and several things that happen on a regular basis. People come in and show me cavas from Ribera del Duero. I didn't think that was possible, but Tempranillo is what Spain is known for. One of the great values in the Tempranillo section of our store right now, this Dehesa La Granja. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasone, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.